Welcome back to our channel, fellow Salem addicts. How on earth could Paulina and Theo keep something like this from him? We are talking about the ultimate betrayal here. I've been watching this show religiously since 2015, and I have seen some wild, messed up secrets, but this takes the absolute cake. The spoilers for next week just dropped, and the biggest explosion of the May sweeps is going to be Abe finally finding out that his wife and his son knew Lexie Carver was alive in that DiMera pod. And not just that they knew, but that Paulina knew way before Theo did. I'm livid. Am I the only one who feels physically sick for Abe right now? Because think about it. You have to go back to 2012 to really understand the gravity of this situation and why it hurts so much. Remember when Lexie died in his arms after being exposed to those toxic gases in the DiMera tunnels? The fatal brain tumor, the absolute devastation of losing the true love of his life. Yeah, Abe's entire world shattered into a million pieces. He spent years grieving her. Years. He raised Theo alone. And now, to find out she was in a stasis pod, a literal mad science experiment by EJ and Dr. Rolf, and his current wife knew about it and just smiled in his face. But why? Wait, I know why. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, back to the point. Abe is the moral compass of Salem. He is the guy who always tries to do the right thing, the pillar of the community. And his reward is having the two people he trusts most in the entire world lie to his face about the one woman he never stopped loving. The betrayal is just astronomical. I can't even fathom the level of rage and heartbreak he is going to feel when this truth bomb finally drops. So let's talk about Paulina. I know some people are loving this messy, chaotic version of Paulina, but personally, I am so frustrated with her right now. I mean, I get it. I kind of understand her twisted logic, but I absolutely do not excuse it. Paulina is deeply, deeply insecure. Jackie Harry is acting her absolute heart out, playing this woman who is completely paralyzed by her own insecurities and fears. She knew the second Lexie came back, her marriage to Abe was over. And she was right. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, competes with Lexie Carver for Abe's heart. Paulina knew that Abe was her safe harbor after all the trauma she endured with TR Coates. She finally found a good man, and she was terrified of losing him. But to hide the fact that the woman is alive, to let Abe go on thinking she's dead while she's literally chilling in a DiMera basement hooked up to tubes, that is unforgivable. And Paulina knew it before Theo did. She sat on this massive, life-altering secret while sharing a bed with Abe. That is cold. That is so incredibly selfish. And then there is Theo. Oh, Theo. My heart breaks for him, but I am also so mad at him right now. How could he do this to his dad? Because Theo, of all people, knows exactly how much Abe suffered. Theo suffered too. He lost his mom when he was just a kid. But Theo has autism. He relies heavily on stability, and discovering his mom in a pod probably short-circuited his entire brain. He was overwhelmed. He went to Marlena for therapy. He wrote in his journal. He struggled with it so much, but he still kept his mouth shut. And Paulina knowing before him just makes it so much worse, because it means she probably manipulated the situation, or at least benefited from his terrified silence. Abe is going to look at his son, his pride and joy, and see a stranger who conspired with his wife to keep his true love a secret. The family dynamics are completely destroyed. I don't see how Abe ever forgives either of them anytime soon. I am just dreading and anticipating this confrontation scene. I want yelling. I want tears. I want Abe to absolutely unleash decades of righteous fury on Paulina. Remember when they tried this kind of secret keeping with past resurrections? Yeah, it didn't work then either. It just causes massive fallout and destroys trust forever. But this is worse because Paulina isn't just protecting someone from a villain, she's protecting her own romantic interests at the expense of Abe's sanity. I can see Abe's face now, the way his jaw clenches, the way his voice gets that deep, booming, authoritative tone when he is truly furious. How long did you know, Paulina? Gosh, it is going to be Emmy-worthy material. James Reynolds is going to knock it out of the park, and Jack Hay is going to give us that crumbling, desperate housewife routine that she does so well, crying and begging for forgiveness. But I have zero sympathy for Paulina right now. None. So what happens next? The spoilers make me wonder how soon Lexie is going to be discharged from the hospital and where she is going to go. Because she can't stay in a hospital bed forever. I am predicting right now, and I am SO here for it, that Abe is going to pack Paulina's bags himself. He is going to throw her out of their apartment. He has to. There is no way he lets Paulina stay under the same roof after this massive lie. He's going to kick her to the curb so Lexie can come home with him. Can you imagine the humiliation for Paulina? But she brought it on herself. She literally dug her own grave here. Abe is going to want to take care of Lexie, to nurse her back to health, to make up for all the lost years. And he can't do that with his current wife hovering around, reeking of guilt and deception and jealousy. But wait, we can't forget about DiMera. EJ, because, EJ is going to try to stick his nose where it absolutely does not belong. I'm sure EJ would absolutely love to have Lexie recovering at the DiMera mansion. It's the ultimate power play for him. Look at me. I'm the benevolent brother who brought our sister back to life. Come stay in my creepy house. But Abe is going to hate that idea. Abe despises EJ and everything the DiMera stand for. He is not going to let his newly resurrected wife go back to the very family whose toxic gases killed her in the first place. And honestly, Lexie probably won't want to go to the mansion either. Why would she? EJ's mad science is the reason she's been locked in a pod for years, missing her son grow up. She is going to want to be with Abe and Theo, far away from EJ's manipulative grasp. I mean, think about Lexie's perspective in all this. She wakes up, disoriented, weak, probably terrified. The last thing she remembers is dying in Abe's arms. Now she's awake, her son is a grown man, and her husband is married to someone else. And not just anyone, but a woman who actively tried to keep her existence a secret. Lexie is DiMera by blood, but she has the heart of a Carver. She is going to be furious. We already know she's going to corner Paulina and grill her about her relationship with Abe. Lexie's not going to hold back. She's going to rip Paulina to shreds, and I am going to be cheering at my screen with a giant bowl of popcorn. Nikki Crawford is bringing such a fierce, undeniable energy to this role. The chemistry between her and James Reynolds is already explosive, and they've barely shared the screen yet. It's like no time has passed between Abe and Lexie. This love triangle is an absolute goldmine for daytime drama. Am I the only one who thinks this is the best storyline DOOL has done in years? It has everything. Legacy characters, deep history, medical miracles, massive betrayals, and high-stakes romance. I know some fans are complaining about the recast, but honestly, Nikki Crawford is killing it. She has that regal DiMera posture, but the profound warmth that Lexie always had. And seeing her go toe-to-toe with Jack A. Harry, that is television gold. It's not just a fight over a man, it's a fight over a life that was stolen. Paulina tried to steal the life that Lexie was meant to have, and Lexie is going to take it back. Abe's going to be torn between the past and the present, but let's be real, his heart has always belonged to Lexie. Paulina was just a placeholder, and deep down, Paulina always knew that. And let's talk about the sheer poetic justice of Paulina's impending downfall. She came to Salem like a wrecking ball, taking over, making demands, acting like she owned the place. She finally got the ultimate prize. Abe Carver, the most respected man in town. And she lost him because she couldn't overcome her own selfish nature. If she had just told him the truth the moment she found out, maybe, just maybe, Abe would have respected her honesty. He still would have gone back to Lexie, let's be real, but he wouldn't hate Paulina. No, he's going to despise her. She didn't just lose her husband, she lost her dignity and her standing in his eyes. And because she knew before Theo, she can't even blame it on protecting her stepson. It was pure, unadulterated selfishness. So yeah, I am dreading the heartbreak, but I am counting down the minutes until this confrontation happens. I want to see the tears, the screaming, the bags being packed. I want Abe to stand tall and reclaim his life. I want Lexie to look around at the mess EJ and Paulina made and just clean house. This is the kind of soap opera drama that keeps me hooked year after year. We are in for a wild ride, you guys. The May sweeps are delivering, and I am absolutely here for the total destruction of the Abe and Paulina marriage. It was fun while it lasted, but Lexie Carver is back, and the queen is about to reclaim her throne. Let me know what you guys think, because my mind is just racing with all the possibilities. I am going to be glued to my TV screen next week, and you should be too.